India, a subcontinent of vibrant contrasts and breathtaking scale. It is a land where ancient traditions meet a bustling future and where humanity shares its home with an astonishing array of wildlife, from the snow-dusted peaks of the Himalayas to the sun-drenched coasts of the south. This is a world brimming with life. Dense jungles hum with unseen activity, vast grasslands ripple like a golden sea under the monsoon winds. Mighty rivers carve their way through the heart of the nation. It is a mosaic of habitats, each piece a unique sanctuary for creatures both great and small, a living testament to the enduring power of the natural world. As the first light of dawn spills over the eastern horizon, it paints the landscape in hues of soft gold and gentle pink. A delicate mist clings to the valley, shrouding the forest in an ethereal silence. This is the hour of the wild. The air, cool and crisp, carries the first calls of awakening birds and the distant rustle of leaves. Within this quiet majesty, giants stir. They are the inheritors of this ancient land, creatures whose lineage stretches back through millennia. They have witnessed the rise and fall of empires, the changing of seasons, and the slow, inexorable march of time, their presence woven into the very fabric of India's identity. This is a story of 5 such giants. They are not merely animals. They are titans, architects of their ecosystems and symbols of a wilderness that is both powerful and fragile. Each one commands its domain with a unique grace and an unyielding will to survive. From the dense undergrowth of the Terai grasslands to the high canopies of the Western Ghats, their silent footsteps echo through the subcontinent's wildest corners. They represent the untamed spirit of India, a world far removed from the clamor of its cities, yet intrinsically connected to its soul, a reminder of a primal past that continues to shape the present. Our journey takes us deep into the heart of this world. We will travel across India's most iconic national parks and hidden sanctuaries, seeking to understand the lives of these magnificent beings. It is an odyssey into a realm governed by the ancient rhythms of nature, a place of silent hunters, gentle herds, and solitary wanderers. We will witness their power, their intelligence, and their struggle for existence in a rapidly changing world. This is not just a glimpse into their lives. It is an immersion into the very pulse of wild India, a land where giants still roam free. Our quest begins with the most iconic of them all, the Bengal tiger. It is a creature of breathtaking beauty and lethal power, the supreme apex predator of the Indian jungle. Cloaked in a coat of fire and shadow, it moves with a stealth that belies its immense size. The tiger is the solitary ghost of the forest, a master of the ambush, and a symbol of wild, untamed nature. To see one is to witness perfection in predatory design, a silent ruler whose presence alone keeps the entire ecosystem in a delicate, vital balance. Its survival is a measure of the health of the forests it calls home. From the shadows of the jungle, we move to the open grasslands and forests, where the Asian elephant herds roam. These are the gentle giants, beings of profound intelligence and deep social connection. They travel in close-knit family groups, led by a wise matriarch who holds generations of knowledge in her memory. Their epic migrations shape the very landscape they traverse, creating pathways and clearing forests, earning them the title of ecosystem engineers. Their complex communication and emotional depth offer a window into a consciousness that is both ancient and remarkably familiar. Next, we seek out the most adaptable and elusive of India's big cats, the Indian leopard. A marvel of evolutionary engineering, the leopard is a survivor, capable of thriving in dense rainforests and on the bustling fringes of human cities. It is a nocturnal hunter, a creature of the night, whose spotted coat provides the perfect camouflage among the dappled light of the forest canopy. Its ability to live alongside humanity is both a testament to its ingenuity and a source of constant conflict, posing one of the greatest conservation challenges in modern India. Our journey then leads us to the wetlands of the Northeast, to the prehistoric world of the greater one-horned rhinoceros. Clad in thick, armor-like plates of skin, this magnificent herbivore looks like a relic from a bygone era, It is a living fossil, a creature that has survived for millions of years, grazing peacefully in the lush floodplains of Assam. Once pushed to the very brink of extinction, the story of the rhino's comeback is one of the greatest conservation triumphs of our time, a powerful testament to the dedicated efforts to protect India's natural heritage and the resilience of life itself. Finally, we venture into the hill forests to find the largest and most powerful of all wild cattle, the Gaur. Often called the Indian bison, this colossal herbivore is a living mountain of muscle. They live in small herds, their immense size and collective strength their primary defense. Even a tiger, the apex predator, will think twice before confronting a full-grown Gaur, a testament to its raw, untamed power. Like the other giants, the Gaur is a crucial architect of its environment, shaping the very structure of the forests it calls home. Our story of the five titans begins here, in the dense Sal forests of central India, the realm of the Bengal tiger. This is a world of dappled light and deep shadows, a perfect stage for the supreme predator. The tiger is a creature wrapped in myth and legend, a powerful symbol of strength and wildness. Known to science as Panthera tigris, it is the largest of all wild cats, an animal engineered by millennia of evolution to be the ultimate hunter. Its iconic coat is a masterful disguise, allowing this giant to dissolve into the tall grasses and dense undergrowth. To track a tiger is to follow a ghost. It moves with a silent, deliberate grace that seems impossible for a creature of its size and power. Each step is placed with precision, its massive, padded paws making barely a sound on the dry, leafy forest floor. The tiger is a solitary sovereign, preferring a life of quiet isolation over the company of a pride. This solitary nature makes it an even more enigmatic figure, a phantom that haunts the jungle, often heard but rarely seen, a low guttural roar that travels for miles, a set of pug marks in the soft earth, a fresh scrape on a tree trunk. The life of a tiger is one of constant vigilance and territorial defense. An individual's home range can span dozens, sometimes hundreds, of square kilometers, a vast kingdom that must be tirelessly patrolled and protected from rivals. This is a landscape it knows intimately, every stream, every ravine, every game trail mapped in its mind. The forest provides everything the tiger needs: shade, water, an abundance of prey. Its existence is a delicate dance between energy expended and energy gained, driven to hunt, to survive, to reign supreme over its domain. This majestic predator, weighing up to 260 kilograms and stretching nearly 3 meters from nose to tail, is the embodiment of raw power. Its muscular frame is built for short, explosive bursts of speed, capable of launching it at a target with breathtaking force. The jaws, armed with the longest canines of any living feline, are designed for a swift, lethal bite to the throat or neck. Yet, despite its formidable arsenal, the tiger's life is far from easy. A hunt is a high-stakes gamble. For every successful kill, there are many more failed attempts. Every chase is a drain on precious energy, making each meal a hard-won victory in the constant struggle for survival. The tiger's reign, however, is a fragile one. For all its power and majesty, this magnificent predator faces a world of ever-growing threats, almost all of them originating from a single species: humans. Agriculture, industry, infrastructure has devoured vast swathes of the tiger's forest home. As the jungles shrink, the tiger's territory shrinks with it, forcing these wide-ranging animals into smaller and more isolated pockets of wilderness. This fragmentation is a dire threat, cutting off vital corridors that allow tigers to disperse, find mates, and maintain genetic diversity, leaving them stranded on lonely islands of habitat. This loss of habitat inevitably pushes tigers and humans into closer and more frequent contact, leading to conflict. As their natural prey base dwindles and their territories contract, tigers may be forced to hunt livestock from nearby villages, creating fear and resentment among local communities who depend on these animals for their livelihood. In the worst cases, these encounters can lead to human casualties, tragically ending lives on both sides of the conflict. This struggle for space is one of the most complex and heart-wrenching challenges in conservation today. a battle for survival where there are often no easy answers. Beyond the pressures of habitat loss, a darker, more sinister threat looms: poaching. Despite international bans, a brutal illegal trade persists, driven by the demand for tiger parts, skin, bones, whiskers. This cruel trade fuels organized criminal networks. Yet amidst these daunting challenges, there is a glimmer of hope. India has become a global leader in tiger conservation. A network of protected tiger reserves now covers the country, providing safe havens. Dedicated forest guards patrol these parks day and night, risking their lives to combat poaching. Community-led initiatives are working to mitigate human-tiger conflict, fostering a spirit of coexistence. The battle is far from over, but these efforts prove that with commitment and collective will, the tiger's roar need not fade into silence. From the tiger's shadowy realm, our journey now takes us into the more open forests and grasslands, the domain of a different kind of giant. This is the world of the Asian elephant, Elephas maximus indicus. They are the largest terrestrial animals in Asia, colossal beings that command respect not through fear, but through their immense presence and profound intelligence. These are the gentle architects of the landscape. Their story is not one of solitary hunters, but of deep social bonds, ancient migrations, and a complex relationship with the land. An elephant herd is a family, a multi-generational tapestry of mothers, daughters, sisters, and their young. At the head of this family walks the matriarch. She is the living library of the herd, her mind a vast repository of crucial knowledge. She knows the location of every secret waterhole, the timing of the fruiting seasons, and the safest routes. The survival of her entire family rests on her shoulders. An adult bull can weigh over 5 tons. Yet, for all their size, they possess a remarkable dexterity. The trunk contains over 40,000 individual muscles. It can be used to uproot a small tree or to gently pluck a single, succulent fruit. It is a tool for drinking, breathing, communication, and tenderly caressing a newborn calf. Elephants are engineers of their ecosystem. As they move through the forest, they create and maintain pathways used by countless other species. By feeding on saplings and breaking branches, they open up the dense canopy, allowing sunlight to reach the forest floor. They are also vital seed dispersers. Many tree species depend entirely on elephants to consume their fruit and carry their seeds over long distances. In their wake, they leave a trail of renewal and regeneration, their daily movements a constant act of gardening on a continental scale. The social life of an elephant is rich and deeply complex. Communication within the herd is a constant, subtle symphony of sounds, gestures, and touch. They use a wide range of vocalizations, from soft rumbles and chirps to loud trumpets of alarm or excitement. The most profound of these conversations, however, happen at a frequency far below the range of human hearing. These powerful, low-frequency infrasound calls can travel for many kilometers, allowing separate herds to communicate. It is a secret language, a world of whispers that connects the elephant community across the landscape. Family bonds are the cornerstone of elephant society. A calf is born into the heart of the family, immediately surrounded by a protective circle of aunts and older sisters. The entire herd participates in raising and protecting the vulnerable newcomer, a practice known as allomothering. The young elephant will spend years learning from its mother and other relatives what to eat, how to find water, and how to navigate the complex social dynamics of the herd. Memory is fundamental to an elephant's existence. The matriarch's ability to recall ancient migration routes is a matter of life and death. As the seasons change, it is the matriarch who initiates these epic journeys, leading her family across hundreds of kilometers, following a map that exists only in her mind, a legacy of her ancestors. The emotional lives of elephants are as vast and deep as their memories. They have been observed displaying what appears to be joy and compassion, and mourn their dead, sometimes returning to the bones of a lost family member for years, gently touching the remains with their trunks in a silent, solemn ritual. Witnessing these behaviors forces us to reconsider our own place in the world and to acknowledge the profound depth of consciousness that exists in other living beings, a consciousness that is both humbling and, well, inspiring. The ancient migration routes of the elephants are increasingly being fractured and blocked. The relentless expansion of human settlements, farms, highways, and railway lines has sliced through these traditional corridors. For an animal that needs vast amounts of space, this habitat loss is a catastrophic threat. Herds find themselves trapped in shrinking pockets of forest, isolated. These journeys, once a seasonal certainty, have now become a perilous gamble. When an elephant herd encounters a human settlement blocking its path, conflict is almost inevitable. Driven by hunger and guided by ancient memory, the elephants may raid crops, devastating the livelihoods of subsistence farmers in a single night. These encounters create a cycle of fear and retaliation. For a farmer who has lost their entire year's income, the elephant is not a majestic giant, but a destructive pest. This human-elephant conflict is one of the most pressing conservation challenges in Asia, a complex and tragic struggle for resources and space where both people and wildlife suffer immense losses. Conservationists are working tirelessly to find solutions. One of the most promising strategies is the identification and securing of elephant corridors. These are narrow strips of land that connect larger forest habitats, allowing elephants to move safely between them. By protecting and restoring these vital pathways, we can help reconnect fragmented populations and reduce the likelihood of them straying into human-dominated areas. It is a monumental task requiring political will and the cooperation of local communities who must be made partners in conservation, not its victims. It requires innovative solutions, early warning systems, crop insurance schemes, and the promotion of elephant-resistant crops. The survival of these gentle architects is not just about protecting an animal. It is about preserving the soul of the wild and finding a more harmonious way to live on this planet. As we leave the open plains, our journey draws us back into the realm of stealth and shadow. We now seek the most elusive and adaptable of India's big cats, the Indian leopard. This is a creature of the night, a phantom that haunts the twilight hours. Its presence often revealed only by a fleeting glimpse or the chilling saw-like call that echoes through the darkness. While the tiger may be the undisputed king of the jungle, the leopard is its prince of shadows, a master of survival. The leopard's coat is a masterpiece of natural camouflage. In dappled sunlight, the leopard's outline dissolves, invisible to prey and rivals. This ability to melt into its surroundings is the secret to its success. Unlike the tiger, the leopard is a supreme generalist. It can thrive across habitats. This adaptability extends to its diet. It will hunt deer, but it's not picky. Monkeys, langurs, birds, reptiles, rodents, and even insects. A flexibility that lets it carve a living in almost any environment. By day, it seeks refuge high in the branches of a tree, a safe vantage to survey its domain, an escape from the heat, and a secure place to stash a kill. The leopard's strength lets it haul prey much heavier than itself up into the canopy, a feat that reveals the raw power of its muscular frame. The true genius of the leopard lives in the world between worlds, the liminal spaces where wild and human realms collide. As India's wilderness shrinks, the leopard has not simply retreated, it has adapted. It learned to navigate landscapes of human influence, turning our environments into hunting grounds, a ghost on the periphery of our existence. At night, it moves with confidence through tea plantations, agricultural fields, and suburbs of major cities. Mumbai, Bengaluru. It uses drainage ditches as highways, patches of parkland as cover, navigating a man-made maze with forest-like stealth. In fringe habitats, its flexible diet is its greatest asset. It preys on feral dogs, goats, other domestic animals. This necessity-driven behavior drives conflict with people. For a farmer whose goat is taken, the leopard is a direct threat to livelihood. This creates a complex, volatile relationship. Scientists use camera traps and genetic analysis to study urban leopards. The images give a secret window into movements, social interactions, and the ability to go unnoticed. This research is crucial to understanding what leopards need to keep surviving, a new frontier in wildlife biology as apex predators adapt to the concrete jungle. The leopard's ability to live so close to us is a double-edged sword. While it demonstrates the species' incredible resilience, it also places it on a constant, perilous collision course with humanity. Living on the edge means navigating a world filled with dangers that evolution never prepared it for. Open wells become deadly traps. Busy highways become fatal crossing points. Every leopard in a human-dominated landscape is a tightrope walker, balancing its needs against a backdrop of constant and unpredictable risk. When a leopard takes livestock, fear and anger can quickly spread. This can lead to retaliatory killings. Leopards can fall victim to poisoning or be caught in crude snares. These incidents highlight the urgent need for proactive conflict mitigation strategies that address the concerns of local people while ensuring the safety of both humans and leopards. The path to peaceful coexistence is possible. They are helping people build predator-proof livestock enclosures and improving lighting and waste management. Awareness campaigns work to demystify the leopard, replacing fear with knowledge and respect. These programs treat local people not as part of the problem, but as the most important part of the solution. Ultimately, the future of the Indian leopard depends on our willingness to make space for it, not just in our national parks, but in our backyards as well. If we can learn to live with this predator, it offers hope that a shared future is not just a distant dream, but an achievable reality. One village, one corridor, one leopard at a time. Our journey now takes us east. Here, in the wetlands and tall grasslands of Assam, we enter a prehistoric world. This is the realm of an animal that seems to have walked straight out of a bygone geological epoch. The greater one-horned rhinoceros, or Rhinoceros unicornis, clad in thick folds of skin that resemble a suit of armor, bearing a single formidable horn upon its snout, a living relic. Its lineage stretches back millions of years. This magnificent herbivore is a creature of solitude and routine. The bulk of its day is spent grazing. Weighing more than 2 tons, it must consume enormous amounts of vegetation to sustain its massive frame. No rhino's day is complete without a visit to a wallow. These muddy pools serve as a spa, a social club, and a form of protection. The thick coat of mud helps cool the rhino's body, soothes insect bites, and acts as a natural sunblock. Occasionally, several rhinos share a favorite wallow, tolerating each other in a temporary truce. The single horn is not bone but keratin. It is not used like antelope horns in fights. Instead, it defends against predators, helps forage and dig up roots, and pushes aside dense vegetation. Yet the horn has been the rhino's greatest peril. Misguided belief in its medicinal powers fueled a relentless poaching crisis that pushed the species to the very edge of oblivion. The heartland of the greater one-horned rhinoceros is Kaziranga National Park in Assam. This World Heritage Site is a mosaic of towering elephant grass, marshland, and dense tropical forests. It is a sanctuary forged by the annual floods of the Brahmaputra River. More than 2/3 of the world's entire population of greater one-horned rhinos reside within the park's boundaries. This makes Kaziranga the single most important stronghold for their survival. Like the elephant, the rhino is an ecological engineer, a true guardian of its grassland habitat. As these mega herbivores graze, they maintain the grasslands. Their grazing patterns create a mosaic of varying grass heights, which provides ideal conditions for many smaller grazers, hog deer, swamp deer. The rhino's presence shapes the entire ecosystem, sustaining the environment many species depend on. However, the same river that nourishes this landscape also poses a significant threat. During the annual monsoon, the Brahmaputra regularly bursts its banks, inundating vast areas of the park. While floods replenish nutrients, they can be deadly for wildlife. Young rhino calves can be swept away, or forced to flee to higher ground outside park protection, where they become vulnerable. Park authorities have constructed artificial highlands, or chaporis, within the park, providing elevated refuges for waiting out floods. Patrolling efforts are intensified along the park's boundaries during the flood season, forming a protective shield. It is a constant battle to safeguard the guardians of these precious grasslands. The story of the greater one-horned rhinoceros is one of the most remarkable conservation comeback stories in the world. At the beginning of the 20th century, relentless hunting and habitat loss had decimated their populations. Fewer than 200 individuals were estimated to remain. The species was teetering on the brink of extinction. In response to this crisis, a concerted and courageous conservation effort began. The establishment of protected areas like Kaziranga and tough anti-poaching laws was the first critical step. Forest guards became the frontline defenders of the rhino. They patrolled the grasslands day and night, confronting armed poachers and putting their own lives on the line. These decades of relentless effort have yielded incredible results. From a low of just a few hundred, the population has rebounded to over 4,000 individuals today. This recovery is a monumental triumph. It demonstrates that with political will, community support, and the bravery of those in the field, even species on the verge of disappearing can be brought back. The sight of a rhino grazing peacefully in the grasslands of Assam is not just a beautiful spectacle. It is a symbol of hope and a victory for the natural world. However, the battle for the rhino is far from over. Poaching and the illegal horn trade remains a constant and serious threat. Human population growth continues to put pressure on the rhino's habitat. Climate change, including more extreme and unpredictable flooding, is an increasing challenge. The long road to recovery requires our continued vigilance. Ensuring that this armored giant, this creature from a lost world, continues to roam India's grasslands for centuries to come. A living monument to the power of resilience and our capacity for stewardship. Our final titan is perhaps the least known, but by no means the least impressive. We venture now into the hill forests of southern and central India to find the largest and most powerful of all wild cattle, the Gaur, or Bos Gaurus. To stand in the presence of a mature Gaur bull is a truly humbling experience. It is a living mountain of muscle, a colossal herbivore whose sheer size and formidable strength command the forest. This is the heavyweight champion of the Indian jungles, a creature of immense power and quiet dignity, the embodiment of raw, untamed force. A large bull can stand nearly 2 meters tall at the shoulder and weigh well over 1,000 kilograms, making it one of the heaviest land animals in Asia after the elephant and the rhino. Its coat is a deep, glossy black. A distinctive convex ridge on the forehead sits between two magnificent curving horns. A prominent muscular ridge along its back adds to its imposing silhouette. Despite their intimidating size, Gaur are primarily shy and reclusive animals. They prefer the sanctuary of dense hill forests and grasslands, far from human disturbance. They are most active in the cool hours of the early morning and late afternoon. During the intense heat of midday, they retreat into the deep cover of the woods to rest and ruminate. The primary defense of the Gaur is its immense size and the strength of the herd. An adult Gaur has very few natural enemies. Even a tiger will think twice before attempting to take down a full-grown bull. The sheer power and formidable horns of a Gaur make it a dangerous and potentially lethal adversary. A tiger will typically target younger, less experienced individuals or solitary animals. The relationship between these two giants is a tense standoff, a dynamic of respect and caution that plays out in the silent depths of the Indian forest. Our journey through the wilds of India has brought us face to face with 5 magnificent titans: the Bengal tiger, the elephant, the leopard, the rhinoceros, the Gaur. We have followed the silent footsteps of the Bengal tiger, walked with the wise elephant herds, glimpsed the leopard, stood in the presence of the rhinoceros, and witnessed the immense power of the Gaur. Each of these stories, while unique, is part of a much larger narrative. They are individual threads in a single, intricate tapestry of survival. Their lives are deeply interconnected. The health of the tiger's jungle is linked to the movements of the elephant, and the grasslands maintained by the rhino and Gaur provide prey for the leopard. It is a complex, interdependent system, where the fate of one is tied to the fate of all. This intricate web of life now faces a common and overwhelming challenge: the ever-expanding footprint of humanity. The fragmentation of forests, the severing of ancient corridors, the relentless pressure of poaching, and the escalating conflict are not separate problems for separate species. The struggle of the elephant to find its migratory path is the same struggle the tiger faces in finding a territory. They are all fighting for the one thing that is becoming ever more scarce: wild, unbroken space. The survival of India's giants requires a holistic vision. Protecting a single species is not enough. We must protect the integrity of the whole landscape, safeguarding the vast core wilderness areas and the vital corridors that are the arteries of the wild. As we stand at this critical juncture, it is easy to feel overwhelmed. Yet, to despair is to ignore the powerful currents of hope that flow through this ancient land. The remarkable comeback of the greater one-horned rhinoceros is a shining beacon of what is possible. It is a story of human dedication, a testament to the brave forest guards. This triumph proves that, with unwavering commitment, we can turn the tide. All across India, a new generation of guardians is rising. The farmers learning to build leopard-proof enclosures, the villagers who volunteer to patrol for snares, the guides whose passion for wildlife inspires. The future of India's wildlife will be written by science and compassion, researchers using satellite collars, the geneticists studying diversity, the forest departments working to reconnect them. This is the great conservation challenge of our time: to manage a landscape that is home to both a billion people and the world's greatest megafauna. Ultimately, the responsibility to protect these giants rests with all of us. Their presence enriches our planet. They are a part of India's soul, a living heritage that is as precious as any ancient monument. To let their roars, their rumbles, and their footsteps fade into silence would be an irreversible loss for all of humanity. We have a choice. We can be the generation that stands by and watches them disappear, or we can be the generation that commits to their survival, ensuring that these magnificent titans continue to roam the Indian wilderness for all the generations to come.